I'm Kate Woodworth, and I work in the reference department at the library. The book I'm reviewing is The Little Shop of Found Things by Paula Braxton. This is a story about Xanthi Westlake, an antiques dealer with a special gift. Sometimes when she picks up an item, she can sense the story behind it, and she feels drawn to items that speak to her. One such item takes her on an adventure into the past to right an injustice done to another young woman. Can she save the girl in order to appease a menacing ghost and keep her own mother safe? You'll just have to read it to find out. Fans of the Outlander series might like the similar feel of the storyline, although I found it to be a lighter read than Outlander. Give this one a try for a nice escape into the past.
Hi, I'm Emily. I work in the reference department. Today I am reviewing The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. The Last Wish is the first prequel in the Witcher series, which is a fantasy series. In The Last Wish, we are introduced to Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. And witchers are monster hunters who travel around the countryside looking for bounties on monsters. They are men who were abandoned or given up as children to the witcher schools, where they are trained to fight and mutated by the consumption of dangerous magical potions to gain superhuman strength, reflexes, and senses. The world of The Witcher is one torn apart by war and racism, and even witchers are considered to be outcasts or lesser than human. Humans believe that the mutations witchers have had to endure strip them of their humanity and their emotions. But what we see time and again in the book series is that while Geralt may have less of an emotional affect, he's far less of a monster than many of the humans in this world. This series is full of magic and adventure. Geralt has a wonderful, dry, sarcastic sense of humor, and while it's set in a very dark and cruel world, we often see Geralt acting in honorable ways that prove he is a hero worth rooting for. The Witcher series inspired an award-winning video game series by CD Projekt Red. The third game in the series, which is one of my all-time favorites, won Game of the Year at the 2015 Game Awards. It's also inspired a super popular Netflix series, and I highly recommend this book series for anyone who enjoys fantasy.
Hi, my name is Kendra Jones, and I work in the Youth Services Department of the Kingsport Public Library. Well, today I would like to tell you about this book, And the Killer Is, by G.A. McKevitt. Now, if you have never read any of this author's books, I highly encourage you to start from the beginning of the series, because you join lovable, sassy, and spunky Savannah. Well, Savannah is a detective on the police force, or she was. But in the book I'm telling you about today, her and Dirk are investigating a very scandalous case. They stumble into a mystery that involves a beautiful, beautiful lady that is sadly found murdered in her home. But her home is filled with, let's just say, more than just furniture. So Savannah, Dirk, and the adorable, loving granny that we all know and hold dear is full of herself in this story. The lady they are trying to solve the murder of is named Lucinda, and she makes headlines all throughout her life. Unfortunately, she is murdered, and it is not the headline that she was hoping for. So the Moonlight Magnolia Agency, yes, that's what they are called, discovered that corruption, addiction, and blackmail were as rampant in the good old days of Hollywood as in the present, maybe even more so. Will they solve the mystery and figure out who murdered this beloved star, or will it just remain unsolved? You will have to read this book and find out, and you can request it through the kingsportpubliclibrary.org. See you next time!